I'm here today with Trevor Matifes. He is the assistant GM for the Biloxi Shuckers, and my name is Nick Segers, and I am the Chief Technology Officer with Kloud 7, and we're just going to be going over some of the history, the experience we've had working with the Shuckers since 2015. So, Trevor, if you want to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about the type of work you do and the things that are important to you at the Shuckers.
Thanks for having me, Nick. Here with the Shuckers, my main role is with the sales team. I'm in sales operations, and then right now my role is just being the main point of contact when it comes to any IT issues that our team may face. And we certainly enjoy our partnership with Kloud 7.
Perfect. And I know the years have gone by so quickly, but I remember, in the very beginning in 2015 when the stadium was under construction and we were in touch with you guys, the planning phase and trying to understand what your needs are going to be as a minor league baseball team. And I think we've done a lot to not only build on that foundation we created, but we've really been able to create a great partnership. And I think the solutions we've been able to implement have most certainly evolved. So, with that in mind, tell me a little bit about your day-to-day use of the phones and kind of how that has been a key element in the work you guys have done.
The phones and getting all that set up here at the stadium was very important when we first started. People are always calling, whether it be to buy tickets or, inquire about sponsorship or seeing if the team store is open. But the phones are so important to our business. Certainly, if we ever have any issues, we always are able to reach out, and the customer service team is first class. They're always there to take care of it for us, within sometimes 5 or 10 minutes when we put a ticket in. So phones for us, we couldn't operate without these phones, and they certainly play a key role in our business and, generating revenue and taking care of fans.
I know that, that's one of the things that's a dynamic with I guess any major or minor league, major league team is the ability to have that solution work during the off season, the on season when games are happening, and then during games. That's kind of the most critical time. And we've worked really hard, I think, and closely with you guys to build out a really reliable solution. With that being said, I know we have a physical phone solution that's, phones are in the team offices, they're in the AV areas and in the boxes in the stadium for food service groups, things like that. So multiple layers of use there. But we also have our app based phone or our soft phone that's now called K7 Connect. And I know you guys had some experience with that during the pandemic. I guess take me through that a little bit as far as how we were able to utilize that to keep things going.
Working from home and, all of our staff basically using desk phones, we needed that capability to have some sort of technology where they could basically use their office line as a dial out and receive phone calls. Especially a lot of our staff aren't from the area, so it's important to have that area code, have that same number. So using that app, it was critical for them to receive phone calls and be able to dial out and still talk to their customers during the pandemic. And certainly we did utilize it that year after as well, just because we were working a hybrid model. So it really helped kind of keep our business moving forward. We certainly look forward to, using it a little bit more as we go into, maybe a little bit more remote work, from time to time.
I think that's one of the things that has helped us to work so closely with you guys is just kind of staying in tune with your needs as they change. And that's something we really pride ourselves on doing that I think gives the next level of customer experience. Even when we start talking about some of our additional integrations that we've helped you guys work through, I know one of the big challenges was managing your data and managing your email and domain type services and things of that nature. Tell me a little bit about the work we've done with Google and getting that set up for you guys and how that's been, an advantage.
And you hit this on the head too. We were talking about that we always want to try and get better, especially for our business and everything we're doing, when we go year to year. And I think we've been able to do that with you guys as well. And always, changing things, adding new things, and just adapting from year to year. And, one of the big things, I believe those first couple seasons, I think we were on Outlook, using a lot of shared drives and things like that. And Google has kind of helped us streamline, from whether it be Excel sheets or Microsoft Word, things like that. We've been able to go into Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Drives, and we have that integration, with the G Suite, and it's been pretty helpful. Basically we have several documents that we're able to share and we're all a part of, so we know what's going on day to day, and it certainly helps with that communication. So we've certainly enjoyed using Google and the G Suite technology, and look to use that a lot more too with some of these shared folders that we look to move over in the future.
You and I had just been working on some of those things recently, and I know over the years you guys have had other vendors, right? And whether it's on the network or with the phones or with one of the softwares that we help you guys manage, making that relationship with these vendors and working with them directly, whether it's a project, a longer project, for instance, like the camera system upgrade we did last year before the season started, or working with ESPN or Ticketmaster, one of these other vendors that you guys have. How has that bridge that we've been able to create been beneficial to you guys?
You don't have to deal one-on-one with some of these folks, and you guys kind of help us manage that. So being able to be basically the main point of contact a lot of times, like you talked about the secondary internet connection that we added, you guys were able to help streamline that and communicate with multiple vendors, multiple partners, and it helped us not have to be the main point of contact and deal with that day-to-day there. But yeah, with the Hawkeye system, certainly made it really easy to come in and work with those folks in Milwaukee, with the Brewers and the Hawkeye team. Certainly helped us, get that up and running, because with our staff, we don't know a lot of the technology side that's going along, and to have you guys come in and provide that, that expert knowledge and, help them get set up was very helpful for us.
And, I think that is a huge benefit, not only to us, but also to you guys, is being kind of a turnkey one-stop solution when it comes to all things relating to communications, even when it comes to communicating with vendors, because you're right. I mean, ultimately they have technical requirements, and instead of you or your department being the middleman or bridge between us and that vendor, it just streamlines that whole process. So with a lot of those things in mind, and kind of a summary of what we've done, with the Shuckers and some of the things that are coming up around the horizon, I know we have been able to hopefully contribute back, being a local business in the Southeast, based in Mobile, Alabama. We have worked to actually sponsor the Skybox. Trevor, if you want to take us through a little bit about that sponsorship and what Kloud 7's been able to do there.
They're the naming rights partner for our Skybox area. So it's basically an indoor-outdoor experience that's air conditioned, all inclusive, with food and drink. And so, we basically have that area. We can fit up to 100 currently. We have some plans for the future with that space as well. But certainly one of the most, premier areas inside of the ballpark. If you want to escape the heat, it's a great place to go, great food. So we certainly appreciate our partnership, with Kloud 7.
And, when we first started out, I never thought we would have had the fortune to be able to do that with you guys, but it's been great. And we appreciate the opportunity to do that. I know we send, our clients and customers that we're working with that are in the area there all the time, and they absolutely love it. So it's a great way to engage and kind of see everything from that perspective. So outside of the work we've done as a partner, what would you say the largest impact that, if you had to pick one thing overall, why you and your group continue to work with Kloud 7 as a whole across all our services, what would your summary level feedback be on that?
Technology and stuff's important, but I think for us, I think it's the customer service, which is important for everybody. I mean, it's one of the big things for us is customer service that we talk all the time with our staff about. And You guys certainly have great customer service. And as I mentioned previously, if we ever have any issues or anything, we're able to put a ticket in and we get a response a lot of times within 10 minutes, 15 minutes, sometimes shorter. And we're able to address these situations. That way, our business can continue to run, without any hiccups. And, I think that's the biggest thing for us, definitely the customer service.
Absolutely. Absolutely get that. And I agree. I mean, a lot of these technologies can be implemented by, I'm not going to say anyone, but they're not proprietary, but it's how you support them and maintain them. I think that has been our value addition to a lot of the work we do. I know that, with a lot of those things in mind, let's shift and start maybe talking about the future and where we're headed next. If you want to take us through a little bit now that the 2023 season's at its end or wrapped up, what is 2024? What's in store for 2024?
8 seasons coming up on our 10 years here in a few years, but we certainly wrapped up with a great year. One of the best years for us, since the beginning, all around, and had a lot of great events, and we look to build on that. As far as the future, we do have some fall baseball games coming up, and we look to establish some more college baseball games here at the ballpark. And I know there'll certainly be a technology component with that, as we try to televise some games and things like that. So college baseball is big for us. We certainly are looking at, some enhancements to the ballpark and the fan experience. So we have some plans with that, and we're really excited about the future. And we can't wait for 2024 to get here. I know we're working hard right now, and a lot of people wonder what we do during the off season, and this is where we build for 2024, and we put all of our plans in place, and we try to make those exciting things happen here at the ballpark, and it'll be here before you know it.
Know how much goes on behind the scenes, because it's almost like in many ways the off season is busier, at least for the work we're doing together. Because during the season, during those games, it's just 100% focus on those events, obviously, and then all the planning and development type work happens in the off season. So I know right now we've got several projects going with you guys, and I think that getting all of your technology moved to the cloud is going to be done by the end of this year, and it's going to be a great season next year, and we're excited to see some of those changes you guys are doing to the facilities for sure. So as far as on the Kloud 7 side, we are always rolling out new technology, but the real focus for us has been over the last probably 2 to 3 years has been remote work and our application development and making phones go beyond the typical desk phone. We've really been working heavily on integrations with other softwares. So basically tying your phones into other tools you use, whether it's something like Salesforce or some other CRM or something like that. And I know a lot of our customers are asking for those integrations for a streamlined workflow. So I think a lot of these things will be a main focus for us, as well as the work we're doing with AI or artificial intelligence and automating the calling experience and basically alleviating a lot of the work a person might have to do, and also giving the inbound caller a lot more of a streamlined experience. With that being said, I'm excited to see some of those things come to be. But yeah, Trevor, you got anything else you want to add here, and we can close this out?
I appreciate it, and thanks for the opportunity to talk about Kloud 7. As you mentioned, certainly enjoy our partnership and looking forward to the future and some of these new technology changes we're talking about, and can't wait to get going.
Absolutely, and I think we're in the same mindset, and I know that we really appreciate you getting on this call and letting everyone know a little bit about the work we've done and how we've been able to make an impact on you guys. So I appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank you.